Good morning. Welcome. What I have here today is a very old set of Christmas lights. These were made by the Berwick Triangle company. They have a patent date on them of January 1st, 1924. As many of you know, with the old series lights, if one bulb burns out, the whole string goes out. Well, back in these days, when these were made, if one bulb went out, the whole string actually did go off. The bulbs didn't have any shunting device in them to keep the rest of the string lit, which was a good idea anyways, because these things burn extremely hot anyways, and if you had a shunt in one bulb, it makes the other ones even brighter and puts even more stress on them than what they already had. These bulbs generally didn't have a very long lifespan if you ran them at full power all the time. This string of lights actually still had most of the original light bulbs in it from, the old. I have them right here. I took them out of the string to light them here, but there's an example right there. That's one of the old GE Mazda bulbs from way back in the old days. So what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to demonstrate how this set works. This has got a dial on it, and if one bulb actually burns out in the string and they go out, you actually turn this dial, and this thing is actually a shunting device inside this little dial control here, and this was designed to, you'd put this in the center of the Christmas tree. And this also has an auxiliary plug on the back of it to plug another set of lights into also. But of course, you turn this dial until it actually shunted the right bulb, and then the lights would come back on and you could see which bulb was burned out, which was a great idea. But these things were, from what I understand, they were horribly expensive when they were new. I think I read somewhere that these were as much as $4.50 way back in the late 1920s, which is a lot of money. Anyways, I'm going to plug them in. Please don't give me flack about not using dimmer on these. These are just a bunch of random old bulbs that have obviously got a lot of time on them. I have lots of bulbs, so. Anyways, there you see it, they light. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually loosen one bulb, which shuts them all off. And I'm going to use this shunting device to, this turns kind of hard. What's going to happen is eventually I'm going to shunt that bulb out. And there it is right there. As you can see, that bulb does not work, and if I screw it back in, it still doesn't work and if you're turning this while they're lit, you'll shunt out every one of them. Let's see, that one there shunts out, that one down. I got one that hanging down over the front of the counter here. That one shunts out. That one there, and then the green one. But that was a pretty cool little device, and I'll even demonstrate. I have another old set of C6s here. I'll demonstrate the power outlet in the bottom of it. It actually all still works. I think this was a pretty neat idea. It wasn't the ideal solution for finding burned out light bulbs, but I'm going to unplug them before they start burning my countertop up. it wasn't really the ideal situation for solving the problem of these bulbs due to the fact that they were so expensive. I think back then you could buy a complete set of 8 bulbs in a string like this for probably 50 cents or even less probably. I don't know for sure, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know some of you are probably wondering about the sockets. The bulbs don't look like they're in there all the way, but they are. I would assume that probably these sockets were designed for the old carbon filament balloon shaped light bulbs that actually had the flat bottom on them. They actually had a disc in the bottom of them, and I would assume that that's why these bulbs stick out of these so far. But these are the old plastic composite sockets. I handle these lights quite carefully because these wires, even though they look good, they're pretty brittle. And the insulation's all hardened up inside of them. The rubber insulation in underneath this cloth is dried right out. You can see that they're cracked in places. It wouldn't take very much to get a bare conductor exposed there. Good part is that's a type of socket there that can come apart. And it appears that this switch can come apart too, so I would suspect that this set could be rewired quite easily. I may do that someday, you never know. But I don't really use this set much, so. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I enjoyed demonstrating them for you, and have a happy Thanksgiving.